Welcome to the Baba Booey Show. Hey, welcome everyone to the Baba Booey Show. Today we got a pretty special guest. His name's Benedict Howard. Benedict?
Thank you for having me, Hannah.
No problem. So, we're gonna have a pretty good dynamic today. We're gonna talk about some near-death life experience, just like whatever you guys want to know. Okay, so Benedict, tell us about that one time you were afraid to die and you didn't know if you were gonna come out alive, or is your family was gonna be okay, or tell us, Benny.
Well, it was way back in probably grade 6 or 7. And I was playing ice hockey in Germany. And there was one rink in a huge city. And that rink was in a pretty dodgy part of town. And to get home from that rink at like 10, 11 p.m., I'd always take the underground. So one night, it was around that time, I was in the underground waiting for the train to come, and two gangs of like 20 Turks each
Really?
come from each side, and they just started like brawling and fighting, like right beside where I was standing.
No way.
And it was like a huge gang of Turks, and I thought they were gonna just pull me into there. Like it was kind of fucked because there were like more and more people coming, and they're just like going at it.
That's messed up.
Yeah, just like, and like there were like old people there and shit. And they just were fighting, like, about to kill each other. Yeah, that was crazy. I was like freaked out, especially because I was still a little guy.
How old were you at that point?
So grade 7, that would put you at 13.
13.
So 12, 13 is what I would have been. Yeah, there are these big Turkish guys fighting each other right beside me. Yeah,
That's pretty messed up.
yeah, that was a crazy one. How about you? I'm sure you've got similar stories in Mexico.
Yeah. So basically, I used to play in a really like posh soccer team.
Of course you did.
Yeah, so it was just like people that we knew and like families around everyone, and we started going to a league that was like outside from our, it's called comfort zone and like good zone.
Oh gosh, were the parents?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll let you tell the stories.
And then we went to that tournament, and we started to get chirped by the other guys.
Yeah.
And they're like, you posh people, you guys are trash. And then there was one game, I think it was like a semifinal, and we started to get super heated, and there was a loose ball in the air, and one of my friends just jumps straight up, leg in front, and kicks a guy in the face. And yeah, and the parents started to like shout and like, nah, we're gonna fucking kill you, fucking kids. And then we just had to like dip straight away. We had to get into our cars because we were getting chased. We had to get into our cars and leave, because even the parents were like willing to like just shoot us right on the spot.
Oh, dude, actually, that's a good one. Another good one. Also in ice hockey, of course. So ice hockey is like a really low class sport in hockey in Germany.
Mm-hmm.
And it's filled with Russian immigrants.
Okay.
So all these like, the Russian way, right?
Yeah.
So all these Russian guys that have like lowly jobs with nothing really going on in their lives. And like there would be often like, because Frankfurt is like one of the richest cities in Germany.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I lived. And like all the parents would be like kind of like normal people or somewhat wealthy.
Mm-hmm.
And they of course knew that, right? And so,
Yeah.
like often these big Russian guys with not like just these losers would like try to fight the parents and shit.
Really?
And sometimes there were fights between parents.
Really?
Dude, this is actually the best one, I would say. One of the best ones anyway. So as one does in hockey sometimes, there was a fight on the ice.
Mm-hmm.
But then the parents of the other team were so pissed that they stormed the ice and started beating us up.
Really?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, the parents of the other kids' team started beating our team up. I know it sounds funny, but it's like, how fucked is that?
Yeah. Dude,
Like grown men,
yeah, like
coming on the
50-year-old
ice.
guys.
Yeah, exactly, to beat the shit out of like 12-year-old kids.
And how did I like got finished? Like,
Oh, the parents of my teams came on the ice and started fighting them.
really?
Yeah.
What did your dad think about that?
My dad was just watching, was like, what the fuck is this?
That's messed up.
Yeah, that's a crazy one. Oh my god.
So, like, I've never had one of those. Like, I did get chased down, but I think probably one of the worst ones was probably my dad getting into like a verbal fight with another guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, cause like the guy was just like straight up just like chirping me all the way.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah, get that guy, stuff like that. And my dad was like, hey, stop that! Like, you cannot do this. It's like, why? What do you want to do about it, huh? Fucking posh guy. Like, what you gonna do about it? Send me your lawyers. And my dad started to get really heated. He's like, hey, like I was once like you. Like, I'm for the people, you know.
Yeah.
Like, don't go that way. He's like, no, we're gonna fucking like just kick the shit out of you and your fucking kid. And we just had to like stop playing and not ever go there again.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, that's one of the main reasons I like not go outside of my house, because like people just like are not. It's just straight up not safe to go out there. Yeah.
That's crazy.
And then, like, pretty much touching on like near death experiences, it's just like the way that Mexico is not safe anymore. I was like what 14, 15, and there was this really well-known guy in the city. He was a politician or whatever, and we were just like in our school, and we heard gunfires.
Was
Pretty
he just
close.
shot?
Yeah, we heard gunfires, and then we heard ambulance like going on, and we're like, what's going on? And when it was time to go home, we received the news that one of our closest friends just got shot outside of the school. Like, one of my parents.
Did he die?
Yeah, he got ambushed by like two cars. Like 8 guys came down on the.
Was he that like that politician's son or something?
No, nothing to do with it.
Oh.
And he just got shot out there, and then like it's just like stories where people from other countries would get amazed by,
Yeah.
but like I can tell you that's, and I'm really disappointed about it, it's like pretty normal to hear about in Mexico.
Yeah.
One of the last ones that happened, and that literally made the school change the whole system, where like how kids go in and out of the school, and I'll tell you about it in a bit. But basically, we were getting dropped off to school, and I was walking to the door so I could go inside of the school, and the headmaster goes like, hey, run quick, go inside of the classroom. I'm like, what's going on? He's like, no, just go to your room. And I stay in my classroom, and one of my friends was just like skits out. I'm like, what's happening? It's like my mom just like someone in a new truck just pulled up to her. 2 guys came out of the truck with like AKs pointing at her, and like they straight up looked at her, and I feel like they weren't looking for her, so I just go back to the car and leave.
Fuck.
And like that's in front of like my school's like from kindergarten to grade 9, so imagine being like 6-year-old and looking at that, like.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then
Well, you told me didn't your brother's car get stolen at gunpoint or something?
yeah, one of my armored cars
Yeah.
got stolen, and then
Wait, no, it was the driver who was threatened, right?
yeah, it was my driver. But then I came here to Shawinigan, and I'm super grateful because it's a whole different culture, it's a whole different story. Like, I get to live my life fully in plenty. And when I went back to Mexico in December, I was like, I'm gonna go check out my old school. So I drive past my school, it was probably one of the saddest things ever. Um, so basically, my school before you could see it perfectly. Like it didn't have any like walls around it or anything.
Yeah.
Now it had walls around it. It had like metal thingies, so like people couldn't go through. Like there were electric wires,
Holy.
and then like if, for example, if you were gonna get picked up, your mom just drove in, set your name, and you get picked up, right? Basically now, they have to check in at the door, and you have a code name now. It's not your actual name; it's a code name. It's like, for example, instead of saying "Hello, your mom's here at the door," you're like 615 at the door, please. So like, it's
What?
just straight up messed up for kids to grow up to that.
Yeah. Oh. Whoa. I don't even get a name anymore.
Yeah, because like we are that bad, like at that point where we can't even say our names because we are just like worrying about like people trying to get to us or just like do bad things to us.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, like if anything, let's be grateful for what we have each day, and we don't really realize what we have until we lose it. And to that comment, I will say we do know what we have, but we don't really appreciate it. And I don't know. Probably my message for today is be grateful that you are here and you are alive and we are living the lives that we are living. Well, thank you for coming, Benedict, and you've been a great guest.
No, thank you for sharing those stories, Hannah.
Yeah, and hoping we could have you soon again, Benny.
Of course.
Welcome to the Baba Booey Show.
Alright, everyone, welcome to the Baba Booey Show with our new co-host, Benedict. How are you, Benedict?
Pretty good. How about you?
I'm doing pretty good, just surviving through the Shawnigan Live.
Of course, aren't we all?
Yeah. Okay, so,
Yeah, our topic is food, hey?
food.
So I think a good place to start with that would be the place where we live.
Copeman's house. Or
Or Shawnigan.
Shawnigan food.
Shawnigan food.
Okay, well.
The never-ending ordeal of Shawnigan food.
Okay, well. What are your opinions on this year's food, Benny?
You know, I'm quite disappointed. I really gotta say. Like, grade 9, it was pretty bad. Like, it was edible, but it was pretty fucking bad.
Mm-hmm.
Oops. Grade 10, like last year, we had a really good, like it was good.
Yeah, it was actually good.
This year, like I don't know what's happened.
Yeah,
Like why is it sandwiches? Nobody asked for sandwiches.
yeah, it's
Nobody
just
wants sandwiches.
sandwiches and like food that really no one wants to eat.
There's like no nutritious value in any of it.
Yeah, and they sometimes try to go over the top, and like, for example, simple things like hash browns. They like try to go over the top and put like really weird condiments and like stuff like that, and it just like ruins the experience for you.
I totally agree. You just gotta go back to the basics.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think they heard so much complaining about chicken and rice that they assumed that we'd never again want to have chicken and rice. And that's quite the opposite. We want to have chicken and rice 5 times a week
Yeah, right.
instead of 20 times a week.
Right now we're missing that
We're
chicken.
missing the chicken and rice grind.
Yeah.
And it's really a staple of a person's diet, and it should be.
Yeah. It's because it's actually nutritious, and like we as young men and athletes need to eat certain amount of food and nutrients that we're honestly not getting, and we have to resort to our own methods of like making food or eating, which is emptying our pockets, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and that's exactly right. Like, it's okay and sustainable for a lot of the girls. Like they don't mind it, but half the time I'm, especially at lunch, like I sit there and they ring the bell before I'm done eating, and it's like, what now, right?
Yeah,
What now?
that's true. And we
Like,
end
am I
up,
just supposed to go to classes hungry?
yeah. I mean, what can I tell you? For the past, like, I mean, what have been here? It's like 3 months. I've been resorting in like my own food or food
Yeah,
that
and
I
you've been ordering like $100 of Thrifty a week.
yeah, like food for like myself, like steak, chicken, spinach, like all that we actually need, we're not getting.
Yeah,
And
that's exactly right.
sometimes we end up resorting in our house food that's supposed to be for a whole month, that's going by on 2 weeks.
Not even.
Not even.
Yeah, our house food is usually, the majority of it is gone within 3 days,
That's
and it's supposed to last 2 weeks. And that's just a testament to that, the fact that the meals are just not cutting it for any of the boys. Like they always come back, and they even they often did eat quite a bit of it, like, and they just, it just doesn't fill them up. At least not long enough.
yeah, and that's totally true. We end up like just emptying the pockets of the house money for food,
Exactly.
and we're not getting any outings or like fun activities because we end up buying food because we're not getting food from the school, or we are getting school but we're not getting the food we are paying for.
Or the food that we need or want.
Yeah,
Although
totally.
the one meal I must say I enjoy is the chicken sandwich.
Yeah, chicken
The
sandwich.
chicken sandwich is fire.
Popeye's chicken sandwich. Yeah.
Popeye's chicken sandwich. All other sandwiches they can scrap and never give us again. The Popeye's chicken sandwich, that should be a regular.
Yeah, and think about it. It's a simple meal.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, and it's a simple meal. It's something that everyone eats, and at the end of the day, it has some nutrients in it. I feel like the salad bar should come back in some way. Like, I understand it's COVID, but like I feel like it needs to come back in some way or another.
I agree. The salad bar, especially last year when they put a lot of effort in it, was really, really good.
Yeah,
And yeah, I went there almost every lunch to get boiled eggs, quinoa salad, and whatnot, right?
yeah.
And it's really missing. That's right.
And talking about bars, the breakfast bar, cereal bar, yogurt bar,
Toast.
yeah, toast, like we're missing that too. And we totally understand it's COVID measures, but think about it. They are like today brunch was like everyone get on the line to get your breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's not COVID safe. It's not efficient because you're putting like what 100 people on a line waiting to get some food.
Yeah, served one by one.
Yeah. And then if you open a bar, it's not something that everyone's gonna go and take from it.
Mm-hmm.
Some certain people are gonna eat from it, but it's not gonna create such a crowd. Like, for example, actually getting your breakfast.
Yeah, but I think like if you create one, it might be that there might actually be too big of a crowd that it does get like questionable.
But think about it. Who actually eats cereal? Like last year, the crowd was like maximum 5 or 8 people per turn on the cereal bar. And like, I don't know about you, but I feel like from 8 to 100 people on the line, it's like a super big difference.
Yeah, I think that's true, but like consider this: either there's the cereal bar where there are 20 people, Or
Mhm.
there's the lunch or the meal line where there's 50 people. Which one are you gonna go to? Or 100 people even?
Cereal bar.
Yeah, exactly. And what if then way too many people are gonna start going to the cereal bar?
Oh no, but like you're comparing getting an actual breakfast. Like, okay, hear me out. This is a way better system. Having the meals distributed like as if they were either like family style, you know?
Oh
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
That's it. Like the other meals.
Yeah, getting it family style. And then getting that extra option of a cereal bar.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. And I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22.
You're feeling 22.
Yeah, I'm getting kind of old. 17 right now. 18 like 6 months. This guy needs nutrients.
That's true.
Like, how do they expect me to be the next Mark Cuban? I
Yeah.
don't know. Mark Cuban had like 5 meals per day. Pretty good ones. Am I getting them? No.
Yeah, you're getting a Nutella sandwich when you need it. And what you need is some protein.
Exactly.
Gosh, what are they doing?
I mean, I'm just speechless. Like,
Yeah. I mean, this rant I think is kind of getting old now, and probably it's getting old to the listeners as well. So let's transition to a different topic.
yeah.
Let's talk about our favorite meal. Chano, what is your favorite meal?
Steak.
Steak?
Yep.
What cut?
Let's say ribeye.
Good call.
Yeah, it's a pretty
Good
good
call.
one. It's pretty.
If you had said filet mignon, I would probably
Yeah, I
pussy
know.
for the rest of your life.
It's pretty. Filet mignon's pretty overrated.
Yeah,
It's
facts.
overpriced.
Overpriced as heck. Yeah. Yeah.
I guess
Ribeye.
ribeye is just like super soft. It's super
Tomahawk.
juicy. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta get the tomahawk. Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I mean, at least I get to cook whatever I want here.
Yeah.
So we got a barbecue and we got a kitchen. So.
Yeah, although we don't have a stove, right?
Ooh, that's true. What about you, Benny? What's your favorite meal?
I'm gonna actually have to go with tomahawk as well.
Tomahawk.
Yeah. It's just it can't be replaced, and it's also like so versatile, right? Like
Yeah.
you can do so many things with it, and like I don't think I've cooked 2 tomahawks the same way.
Really?
Yeah, I always like screw around and and experiment. Some are better, some are worse, but we're getting there. That's for sure.
How do you feel about putting beer in steaks?
Like aging them in beer,
Just like marinating them.
marinating.
Yeah.
Well, it does add. It really does.
It adds flavor,
Yeah, it
but
does
it
add
takes
flavor.
away that like juiciness.
Mhm. You know, I've only ever done that once actually.
No, in Mexico it's like a thing that literally everyone does,
Really?
and it's not that good because
No. You know, is that like a traditional thing? Because it's like maybe you can eat like further gone meat with the alcohol content.
probably.
Cause that like there's a lot of like cultural food things that come from like a reason. Like I don't know, I'm just speculating here, obviously, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was like you can make your steak last another day if you marinated it in beer.
Yeah, it's true.
Especially in the heat, right? Things go bad quicker.
Yeah, yeah, totally. Well, that's all the time we have, Benny. Thank you again for co-hosting the show. Now you've been promoted again. And-
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you know, really nice talk. We got to talk about Shotgun food, you know, our views on them, and our favorite meals, our favorite ways to cook a steak, and so on and so forth. That's all the time we have. See you later in the Baba Booey.